I mean, it was growing up. It was church. Anytime the church doors were open, we were there. So Sunday morning, Sunday evening. Went to a small private Baptist school in Central Louisiana for 2 years called Louisiana College. It was at that point became an atheist. I initially started drinking as kind of just an escape, a way to kind of slow the gears down at the end of the day. I had some really good friends who were not the greatest of friends that introduced me to cocaine, which was at the time a lot of fun. That evolved very quickly into me just buying it and sitting in my apartment by myself and staying awake for 3 to 4 days at a time. $2,500 to $4,000 a month cocaine addiction. Stayed that way for about 2 years while I was living in Dallas after I'd graduated. It had gotten to the point where I was living in a really nice apartment complex, and it had gotten to the point where I was like, I'm gonna downgrade. You know, I'm gonna find some cheap 1-bedroom, hole-in-the-wall apartment somewhere in probably not a great part of town where I can at least have a roof over my head. That was really when I went into full-blown hiding alcoholism. My son was born on January 24th, and as soon as he was breathing his first breath and screaming bloody murder, I felt this joy that I had never felt before, this love, but it was also coupled with this pity, because this beautiful baby boy has me for his dad. I had to start seeking out recovery, and I was like, okay, I'll give AA a shot. My AA group had a potluck at the house of a couple who go to Battle Creek. They were having like a fall festival for the kids. At the time, Jack was too young to really do anything at that, but I thought it would be fun for him to watch kids throw bean bags. And so that Sunday, that November 8th, went to the service. I think it was one of the first in the Daniel series. Pastor Alex said, you know, if you want to, you can. It's one of the few times since I've been coming I've heard him say this, but if you want to, get on your knees and bow at your chair and pray this prayer. And I prayed it, and I was just crying into my hands. It's like I think it was sadness for all the years wasted, guilt for not embracing this loving God who gave his life for me. And now I don't necessarily feel the pity for him that I felt at that time. I feel joy now entirely because I feel like he has the father he deserves. He didn't. He wouldn't have. But I feel like he does now. I have been blessed to find groups of people, really a just larger group of people that are imperfect. They all have stories. They're not necessarily my story, but they all have stories. Finding real freedom is release from the bondage of the past. Recovery for me is a way out. You don't have to keep living like this. Be it alcohol, be it drugs, be it anger, any negative hurt, habit, hang up. There is a way out. You don't have to live like that. It has been an absolute whirlwind. My ex-wife at the time and I were just kind of doing the co-parenting thing, and I still had this desire that I wanted to make my family whole. We ended up getting back together. We got remarried this last November, and so now we just bought a house out in Broken Arrow. Yeah, God's pretty incredible. If you are contemplating whether or not recovery is for you, it probably is.